Didn't I tell you that Kobe was a messy bitch? Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to KRSTV. This is your boy Kenny. Now remember, subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you can get notifications every time I drop a video. Also follow all the information I have in the description box in the comment section. Also like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And before I get started, let me send a special shout out to GMHC, which is Gay Men's Health Collaborative. I'm a volunteer with them, and if you're in the DMV and you're looking to get tested for HIV or to get set up with PrEP, check out the flyers in the beginning of this at the beginning of this video, where there's numbers of contact where you can reach out to someone to get a HIV home kit to be mailed to you, and there's also a number to be set up for PrEP, which is HIV prevention. And also, let me also give a shout out to my YouTube partner BK WorldTube, where you get everything from Love and Hip Hop to the Black Ink Crew, to RuPaul's Drag Race, everything as far as black entertainment. So because BK WorldTube is the black Netflix, the link is in my description box in the comment section. Click the comment section click that link after the video and go check out BK WorldTube today. Now this is The Haves and the Have-Nots, Season 8, Episode 18, and the name of this episode is A Sixth Sense. And all I can say about this video is that it has been confirmed that damn Kobe is a bitch from hell, and she's all about the drama and the mess. And it was just crazy what this child did this entire episode. But let me begin with this. The episode picks up where it left off. Vinnie has confronted Derek. Derek has pulled into the Cry residence. Vinnie bangs on the car and tells him to get out, and literally charges at him and asks him, "Did you rape my mother?" And Derek is trying to explain the situation, but Vinnie ain't trying to hear all that. And once he finally admits that he did rape Hannah, Vinnie straight busted him in his jaw and knocked him down, and was literally telling him, get up and fight me. And Derek wouldn't do it. And I think Derek, inside of himself, feels deeply disgusted that he did this to Hannah, and that this happened in a time when he was caught up in drugs and robbery, because he got arrested for robbery that night that he raped Hannah. But Vinnie is furious and is so fucking mad that he is the look that Vinnie had in his eye. He wanted to kill Derek. And I, for one, as much as I don't like Vinnie, I can't fault Vinnie for this. I mean, this is your mom, and to know that somebody violated your mom like that would make me blow my top too if it came down to my mother. So I can definitely relate to Vinnie in this situation. And after that happened, Vinnie goes to the door to talk to Hannah. Hannah still don't want to deal with him, and he's saying, like, how could you let this happen? And, well, more of the fact that, why haven't you done anything about this? This guy raped you and all of that. And Vinnie even got so furious with Derek when he told Derek to get the hell out of here, and Derek says, "I work here." He's like, "Well, motherfucker, you just been fired. Get your ass in your truck and get the hell out of here." And he was just he gave no fucks at that point. And while he was talking to Hannah is like, "Look, he says he's a different person now, and if he says that he's got God, then who am I to question that?" I mean, I can understand that from that perspective, but then again, this man did violate you, and yet a child was born. Because before Derek left, he told Vinnie, I want to make it up to your mother. Vinnie had the right damn question. He was like, how you gonna make up a rape? Yeah, how you gonna make up that? I mean, one, you violated this woman, but then on top of it, a child was conceived. So there's no making this up. It is what it is. So Derek and so Vinnie and Hannah go back and forth, and Hannah is not trying to hear what Vinnie had to say, and she was telling him, you know, if you want to talk, let's talk about that damn money you stole from Jim. Huh? You gonna give him that money back? Because if you ain't trying to talk about that, I don't want to talk to your ass. You know, and you know, they going back and forth, and then somebody pulls up, and eventually Vinnie leaves, and we see the person that arrives is Al. Al is the accountant that she had talked to on the phone on the last episode, and he's there to help her out, you know, understanding financial management and the Cryer estate. And when it came down to those documents, Miss Hannah was like, and he said, can I look at these documents? She was like, absolutely not. And I'm like, smart girl, Hannah, because I think he's an accountant that actually also works with one of the accountants that she's going to be meeting with later on, and he also goes to her church. And let's just, oh yeah, and the old boy that's playing Al is the guy that played Gabrielle Union's brother in Being Mary Jane, and he's real smooth. And you know, they sit down, and she's discussing that, you know, I'm about to have this meeting tonight with the accountants, and there's a lot of this stuff that I don't understand, like, you know, marketing margins and capital gains and things like that. And she gets him a cup of coffee like she promised, and they go back and forth with that. But I think they're gonna tap more into them on the next episode, because we got one more episode before the season finale. Now, next, I'm going to talk about Lindsay and Samuel. Lindsay shows up dressed as Veronica. She got the wig, the suit, and everything. You know, is literally serving Veronica realness. And Samuel is kind of like tapping Lindsay on the shoulder like, yo, I just thought about what Derek said. We can't trust Veronica. And she's like, well, what is there not to trust? This is going to be the biggest score we've ever had. And everything is good. You know, she's good to me. I mean, she's mean to everybody else, but she's good to me. I'm like, boo-boo, you are being caught up with the glare of fashion and fortune, and you have no idea that you are a pawn in Veronica's game. Completely delusional. And then Veronica, you know, watches as the two of them kiss and everything, and you can see Veronica look some kind of way, you know, with her succubus ass. And you know, so that's what happened, you know, with them. You know, that was pretty much like a short scene in regards to that. Now I'm going to talk about this whole situation with Landon, Oliver, and Charles. Now, the scene opens up where Oliver is at Landon's desk. Landon comes in and calls Amy and wants to set up interviews with the morning show and a primetime special, and that he can get Candace in on it. And Oliver's like, I don't think that's a good idea. And then once Landon gets off the phone, Oliver, aka I Love Coke, you know, that's his new nickname, I Love Coke. I Love Coke pretty much said, you know, this whole situation is going to blow up in your face. And, you know, Landon's like, dude, you don't know what the hell you talking about. First of all, this is golden because, you know, it's about, you know, it's about love and it's about passion. And then Oliver, aka I Love Coke, is like, what are you talking about? She's a whore. And like Landon's like, well, who do you think she should be with? What do you think? Who do you think he should be with then, if not her? And he was like, well, I think he should be with Gretchen. We met Gretchen. Gretchen ain't nothing but a whore, just like Candace. So if Candace a whore, Gretchen is a whore as well. She's just a rich whore. That's the only difference. And we already know what happened with that, because the only reason why Charles called her over there was because he wanted to tap some ass because Candace wasn't there. But his heart belongs to Candace. He don't want no damn Gretchen. And Oliver, you know, probably knows Gretchen because they're both rich kids. And Landon even put that up, like, here it is, you know, both of you got a silver spoon in your mouth, and that's the reason why you want him to marry Gretchen instead of Candace. And then next thing you know, Oliver, aka I Love Coke, starts talking big shit, like, so you mean to tell me that, you know, you're okay with the president-elect, you know, letting his kids being around this you know, trifling whore, you know, you really want to subject him to that? And Landon's like, I want him to be happy. And then Oliver's like, well, I want him to be presidential, and that he can do better than her because Candace is nothing but a gutter whore and all this shit. And the next thing you know, Charles walks in the room. Charles heard everything, and pretty much he went up to Oliver's like, no, don't stop. What you gotta say? What was you talking about? And Oliver was straight bitch made. Completely froze up. Was like, well, I just think you should do better. And he was like, yeah, I can do better by firing your ass. So if you say anything else about her or me, your ass is fired. And I was like, okay, Charles. Charles came up in there and flexed that muscle, and you literally saw Oliver, aka I Love Coke, literally shucking in his boots. And then once Charles leaves, he charges at Landon like, you son of a bitch, you had me set up. And he was like, no I didn't, and if you were smart, you would shut the hell up and quit while you're ahead. So that, so pretty much that went down. And next thing you know, we see that Landon meets up with this private investigator, and he got the goods on Oliver, aka I Love Coke. They find out the guy that he's been meeting, we know it's Akil because Akil is, you know, working with Jim Cryer, but he's also working with Oliver, but they don't know the full details of their relationship. But they find out that he's actually from New Zealand, and he was actually working with some guys in Mexico, and he's pretty much, you know, in the country illegally. And, you know, they pin down the fact that he's working for Jim Cryer, and his target is Veronica Harrington. And then they notice, you know, there's pictures of Akil and Oliver together that they're going through, and he finds out that Oliver, you know, is a coke bitch, and he's been a coke boy since college, and that his daddy's been covering up his tracks. So I'm like, so everything that Landon said about Oliver is true. He's a spoiled rich kid who's been, you know, tooting and booting up his nose ever since he was in college, and he's still doing that now. And then he said that, where's this picture at? And he said, well, they're at an international airport. Ding ding, like, he's an illegal alien. How the hell is he able to fly a plane in America if, you know, he's not even registered as a citizen? So this damn Oliver, aka I Love Coke, literally has probably put his father in jeopardy because you flew that asshole on his private plane from Savannah to Detroit so you can get your fix. Junkie bitch. I mean, damn, there's a whole lot of junkies on the Have and Have Nots. You got Wyatt, and now we got, you know, I Love Coke doing the most. And that damn Landon was like, ooh, that trifling son of a bitch. And then, like, you know, the private investigator asks Landon, what are you gonna do with this? He's like, no, I'm gonna space this out, and then I'm gonna pounce. But right now, I'm just gonna, you know, keep it low key for now. And so yeah, so now he got the goods on Oliver. He knows that Oliver is a cokehead, and that he has this affiliation with Akil, but he doesn't know that Akil is also following Candace. And it's funny that it didn't dawn on Landon at that moment, because, you know, Oliver with his slick ass has been dropping hints about, you know, her at the drugstore, her going to this hotel to meeting with Mitch. How the hell would he know all that? You know, so hopefully and you know, before it's too late, Landon makes the connection. Next, I'm gonna talk about that damn punk ass Sandy and Vinnie. They sitting at the bar. Vinny's pretty much saying that, telling Sandy, so, are you gonna step up? And he's like, yeah, I am. He's like, yeah. And what about your girl? She's seeing another guy. So Vinny is telling Sandy's girl, that girl Brianna, he's telling her that she got another boyfriend and all of that. And Sandy's like, I'm gonna, handle it. And then Vinny was like, well, do you need backup? Because you soft as hell. Next thing you know, after that damn Sandy starts talking shit. And was like, well, what about Wyatt? He's still down in the basement. What you gonna do about that? He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill his ass. He's like, then why don't you do it? What's stopping you, huh? He's down there in the basement. You could just walk down there and take care of it. What's holding you back? And that damn Vinny was like, what the hell you say? What you trying to say, Sandy? He's like, oh, nothing, I'm just playing. He's like, you just playing? And he kicked Sandy over that bar stool. I cracked up. I was like, oh my God, Vinny should not be the head of nothing, because Vinny is too damn temperamental. There will be more body and more blood in the streets with Vinny being at the helm, because Vinny got a damn temper issue. But then again, I understand it, because Sandy, you got a nerve to be talking shit, but you wouldn't even pop a gun, and only thing you do is bully girls. Weak motherfucker. Anyway, so he pretty much tells him, get your ass up out of here, Sandy. Come back here when you got some balls. And that was the end of that. Now I'm going to talk about the meat and potatoes of this episode. And it's that damn Kobe. First we see them, he's at lunch with Madison and Jeffrey, and we see how messy Kobe is. Kobe and Madison definitely have been keying for quite some time, and they're also friends with benefits. And we see that Jeffrey is just soaking this all up and everything, but Madison obviously is embarrassed by Kobe, because Kobe is a messy queen. He does too much. But then again, I'm gonna get on Madison's ass, because that damn Madison is a gossiping bitch. Because soon as Madison leaves, Kobe starts in on Jeffrey, and personally, I think Kobe wants the both of them. So he really kind of wants to play them against each other, or kind of play like, the puppet master, so he can have his way with both Jeffrey and Madison. That's pretty much what I think. I could be completely wrong, but that's the vibe I get from, Kobe, because Kobe's a whore. And he's a free spirit, and he knows no limits, to his bullshit. Because while he's sitting there talking to Jeffrey, he's telling all the tea that Madison has shared with him about his dad walking in on them, about the fact that he's rich, and that his mother is mean and she's homophobic, and that he wanted to go skinny dipping in the pool, the other night. Remember that whole thing went down between, he had said that to Madison when he was drunk after they came back from the restaurant. And I'm like, damn, that shit happened like about a day ago, and Kobe already know about that shit. So I'm like, Madison, you a gossiping bitch. And the worst thing, you gossiping to a drama queen. And the thing about a drama queen, once they get some tea, they are going to work it to their advantage, and they don't give a damn who they hurt in the process. So now, Kobe is obsessed with this whole skinny dipping thing, and Jeffrey's like, look, that's not a good idea. I only said that when I was drunk. He was like, well, we need to show this bitch what's up. I hate bitches like her. Let's go to that bitch's house and skinny dip. Let me call my my buddies, and we can make this happen. So then we see them at Madison's apartment while Madison's at work. They drinking up his liquor and shit, and we meet Trevor and Harry. Pretty much Kobe's lackeys. So they talk about the whole situation, and then, Kobe, hypes them all up, saying that, yeah, we're going to go over there, and we're going to show this bitch what's up, and, we're just going to give her a party like that she's never had before. We're going to let her know that we're here, we're queer, and that you can't fuck with us, and all of that. So they pretty much do some shots, and I'm just like, Jeffrey is weak as hell. Like, bruh, Jeffrey is all about the drama, and I think it's no surprising that he got sucked into Kobe's web, because Kobe's a drama queen, and we've known that Jeffrey is a drama queen his damn self. You know, they have that in common. You know, as much as you think Jeffrey's innocent, Jeffrey ain't innocent at all. Jeffrey is a drama queen. He lives for drama, he lives for suspense, and he lives for the bullshit. So here it is. He literally is following them and literally takes them to his mom's house. And I'm like, bruh, you know how crazy and demonic your mother is. Why would you put that kind of target on your back? I mean, I know you said that shit to Madison, but Madison told that shit to the wrong bitch, and now it's a whole bunch of shit because of this dumb ass messy queen. So we see that they finally arrive at Veronica's house. They get down, you know, to their nature suits, and we see that Samuel is still there because he was working on her video cameras, but he was also, you know, taking. He was putting up some of his stuff that he was doing to work on the pool, and Kobe immediately starts trying to flirt with Samuel, and Samuel ain't having it because Samuel's straight, and he's like, you should join the party. He's like, no, I'm good, bruh. He's like, but won't you tell that excuse me, excuse me, y'all. So he was like, so won't you tell that old bitch that we're here and that we're having a pool party. So Kobe, Trevor, and Harry are butt-ass naked, and they get in the pool. Kobe is still trying to taunt Jeffrey to get naked in the pool, and like, yeah, you should strip, Jeffrey. I already saw you naked. I'm like, you saw him naked because you're nasty, bitch. But then again, that's why I said I think he want Jeffrey and he want Madison. You know, and you know, Kobe's just that person that he'll fuck anything. So Samuel goes inside to talk to Veronica, but before Samuel goes in there, Veronica literally has a complete playback of her marriage to David, and where they were happy when they got married in 81, and it just literally went downhill from there because of her antics. But because Veronica is so insane and completely psychotic and controlling, she doesn't see the fault in any of this. Like, this whole damn thing started because of you putting pressure on him about Maggie Day, and the fact that you don't accept the fact that your son is gay, and that you've been doing all of these homophobic, you know, motives to try to change his sexuality, which is insane. So Veronica, you're the reason why your damn marriage is fucked up. I mean, they even played back a lot of the scenes, you know, when they were at the bar and he called her a simple bitch, when they was going back and forth and he punched the shit out of her and knocked her ass out so bad that he knocked her back to her childhood. Mama, he hit me. Like, yeah, like all those crazy scenes when she tried to burn him up in the house while he was asleep, all of this shit. So she's playing all this in her mind, and eventually Samuel lets her know that you got some naked guys in your pool. Immediately she goes out there, what the hell is going on? And he's like, hello, bitch. You know, Kobe trying to be cute. Hello, bitch. You know, we're friends with Jeffries, and you know, your son's gay, and we're all gay, you know, and you know, we represent the gay world. And she was like, I don't give the damn about the gay world. What I do give a damn about that you in my pool. You need to get the hell out. And he was like, oh, you should just realize that we are gay and we are not going anywhere. And ooh, the things that us boys do to each other. Yeah. And she's like, oh, you know what? Just stay right there. Okay, just stay right there. And immediately that damn Jeffrey panicked because he knew what was about to happen. He's like, yuck, y'all need to get the hell out the pool now. Y'all need to get out. And then we go to see the Veronica goes to get that gun, and that's where it ended. I'm like, this shit is crazy. But I think, yeah, we got one more episode before the season finale. But I definitely think somebody is going to be dead by this finale. We just got to keep watching to see. So, Get down in those comments and let me know your thoughts on this episode. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So until next time, everybody, take care.